Well, hey there, setting stuff up here. Boy, I'm starting to look like a woolly booger on here. I guess a haircut's coming before winter, huh? Maybe. I don't know. Maybe a haircut's in order. I get two a year whether I need it or not. Two haircuts a year whether I need it or not. Yes, I still have my 7LE out. I'll trade off to something else here later today. Let me set up the chat. There we go. Anyhow, let me tilt this a little bit. Oh, there's Freya out there in the yard. That dog has to get into every shot I take. What's in the pipe? Let's see. What did I put in here? You ever load a pipe and forget what you put in it? I may have just done that. It may take me a few minutes to remember what I put in the pipe. I have to smoke it and find out. Let me see. I think it's trout stream. Just because that jar is sitting where I can get to it real easy right now. Hey, Dig. Good morning. I got music playing in the background. That might get me flagged. Can you hear the music at all? Hey, Nathan. Yeah, it's a beautiful cloudless day today. Good day for chores. I've been on the roof already, so time for a little bit of a break. That's why I'm here. Hey, Millennial Codger. There he is, brother. Yeah, at least you have internet. Yeah. Hopefully you guys can't hear much of that music. I don't want to get flagged for having music playing. I didn't realize it'd be that loud. It's playing in the garage. I can hear it. I don't know if you can hear it, but everybody wants to complain. I see people playing with music in the background all the time and they don't get in trouble. I I have something playing 40 feet away and they'll be like, "That's a copyright infringement." Anyhow, yeah, the fall colors are going crazy. We got enough frost over the last 2 or 3 weeks to start them going about 3 weeks ago, and they're getting with it. Yellows and orange. Oof. I'm glad to hear from you a little bit there this morning, Codger. That was nice to see a little post letting us all know that you were doing okay at least. Yusuf has arrived. All How you guys like my new modified glasses? I can't keep a pair of glasses more than about 3 months without breaking something on them. Yeah, you know what? I was watching that Weather Channel all day yesterday, and like I said, I think it's because I spent so much time watching weather as a flood control guy. I just get sucked into what's going on. But the best thing about live is that everybody gets to kind of chime in that has time to jump in. It's not because people come here necessarily to visit with me. It's a quick opportunity to check in with each other live, instead of commenting back and forth. And boy, I guess it is time for a haircut, huh? Anyhow, it's good to have a conversation that's, can go back and forth for a few minutes. And I can do those now with the new internet that I have. I have enough speed to carry them out and not have to count the pixels on the screen. Yeah, comments are great. I love reading comments on regular video, but feel like we need to get together now and then, kind of like meeting at the old lounge to have a pipe together or whatever, the pub, whatever it used to be. I can't hear you, but at least we can talk back and forth. Mr. Philosophical, Mr. Hey, philosophy. It's still 10 o'clock in the morning here, brother. Yusuf, smoking by the true. Smoking. Did I say smoking or spoken? Spoken like the true comment king that you are. I think it was 37 degrees this morning. I've been up for a while. Got some chores done. Had to get up on the roof. My gosh. It's never fun to get up on this metal roof. It's like walking on a panel of glass with a 16-degree pitch. I had to text my wife when I got down off the roof. Okay, dear, I got done with my chore on the roof. I didn't fall off. All is good. Check mark. No ambulance called. I'm not kidding. I had to send her a text. Hey, the Aurora Borealis for about 3 nights. The first night I didn't go outside and catch it, and I grabbed my camera and the camera was dead. Some cinematographer you are, brother. But yeah, I went out and set it up the next night, and man, it was just fluttering. The colors were fluttering. I slowed the video down a little bit so that you could see the colors go by a little bit better, but uh, even to the naked eye, it just looked like clouds were passing over, but there weren't any clouds. It was just that much. It was the full northern sky. Mid 40s this morning. Well, you're getting towards fall then, huh? Mr. Philosophical. Well, it might be better on my mouth. I never know. Could probably remember that. Forever from now and all eternity be known as Mr. Philosophical. So let it be written, so let it be done. Oh, you'll need a monocle. Yeah, absolutely. Just wait, I'll finish breaking these glasses, then I'll make them into one. Yeah, it's a pretty day. Next week, it looks like the weather's going to turn a little bit even more into winter. We're supposed to be down into the low 30s and have rain for several days. It's not uncommon for us. Let's see, a few years ago, my son got married in mid-October right out here in the front, and it snowed the next day. We had an outdoor wedding with an outdoor dinner and a little dancing and the after reception all outside. It was over about 8 o'clock at night. It was starting to get chilly, so we were getting cold. We picked up everything, and the next morning there was, I think, 4 inches of snow on the ground. Yeah, I got to get you some of the little glasses that sit down here, Mr. Philosophical. I hate that. I've had my nose broke 2 or 3 times, and glasses that sit any further down. I love to. I hate to have to look over the top of them, but I get dizzy when I wear them up here. Which is why I take them off all the time, which is how they get broke. But let me touch the phone here for a second. I need to make sure that this is on silent. All right. It's one of those days where my son could call or somebody might call. I don't want the ringer going off in the middle of my video. I set up kind of fast today. I wasn't really paying too much attention. Dizzy. I'll tell you what, you get old and they start feeding you all this medication, and that can make you dizzy in itself. Or you could just be blonde. I don't know. I threw that one in there for my wife. I had to think about that for about 5 minutes after I started the video because I couldn't remember what I put in my pipe. I think it's trout stream because I have a big jar of that and it was just the most handy sitting there waiting to go. I think that's what it is. You ever get stuck on one blend because you pull the big jar out? And I keep about a half a dozen jars on part of the kitchen in my little area, so I don't have to go down to the basement and reload stock all the time. My cellar is down there on a nice little table, but I bring them upstairs and I get them from there, and I have this jar of trout stream sitting there, and I just keep. Plus, I need to order. My cellar is thinned out. I do that all the time. I bet you could run back 3 or 4 videos, probably 2 or 3 times a year, and I'll say something about, man, I've let my stock get so low. Why do I dread ordering pipe tobacco? It's not hard. I love when it comes in the box. Oh, UPS limbo, huh? You know what? I find that there are certain companies that seem to send their boxes into shipping limbo. I order from Pipes and Cigars kind of as a centralized area, but I order from, I don't know, I order from about 4 or 5 different places now and then. And Country Squire, and Country Square, all the smaller they are, it seems like the faster they ship. Hey, Francisco. Yeah, Pipes and Cigars, they haven't been bad to me. I can't complain because they have good sales and the boxes almost always get here. Almost always. My order almost always comes. My mic is swinging the other direction here. Anyhow, it's probably good enough. I'm not gonna mess with it. But the dog. You know the meerschaum. I had it last. I think I try to smoke something in it every day. It's starting to color up from the bottom. It's it as they all probably do. It's starting to get a little bit of nice brown filling into it. Hi, Greg. The tunnel is here. Yeah, it's starting to color in. You know, the meerschaum pipe is a lot more fragile, so I work outside a lot with them. I try to save it for like porch time at night. Maybe an early morning on the patio, on the porch type thing, you know. I don't have a patio. But try to use it so that it can continue to color and keep it up. So it's a very dainty. It's a kind of a small pipe, but it's my meerschaum, so there it is. Welcome, Greg, to another discussion about mostly nothing. My lives are kind of like the old Seinfeld shows. It wasn't a pick. I didn't watch that show a whole lot when it was on. I watched it pretty in the reruns mostly, but that particular episode really stands out. The Randy Show. Prepare to be sorely disappointed. Yeah, it's still funny. Kramer coming in like, the crazy man. It is more wise now than it probably was then. The subject matter, as we get older, some of those things they talked about, they make a lot more sense. It's the ridiculousness of everything. The pipe, this is a Savinelli Series 3, and I can't tell you exactly the shape, but it's a large bowl. I love this pipe. But these Series 3s from Savinelli, it's a 9 millimeter. I got it from Eddie at the Pipe Nook, which Eddie gets a lot of Savinelli special things, especially 9 millimeter, which I like. But it came naked, it came unfinished. So the finish that's on there, this was completely raw wood when I got it, no finish at all. So the finish that's on it is just from rubbing and using it. It's kind of an heirloom because the finish is just what it pulls off of my hands. I have rubbed it down now and then with some. Maybe I shouldn't say this publicly in the pipe YTPC. Heresy. Knock it off. There's a lot of tobaccos I could not enjoy without the 9 millimeter charcoal filter. Yep. I'm very susceptible to tongue bite, and well, it's just the way it is. But anyhow, the I rub it down now and then with a little bit of that clear furniture polish. The I like the stuff you just put on there to shine up good wood. Probably I probably put it on there about once a year, just so the wood has got some protection. You know why it's not fully in? You know why the tenon is sticking out like that? Because certain filters that I put in here. Now, I don't know about this one. I'm not going to move it because it's good and warm. But some of the filters bottom out when I shove the stem all the way in and bottom it out. Some of the filters bottom out, and it affects the draw. So since I'm not going for looks and I'm going for quality, a lot of times I don't even try to put it all the way in. I know that that filter might bottom out. And I'm not using Savinelli filters, so if I did, they probably wouldn't do that. There's probably just a tiny bit of difference in their length that's causing that. So I just didn't shove it all the way in there. You'll see that quite a bit on some of my other pipes too. Since I have filters in there, I take it out all the time to change the filter, and so yeah, keeps me from tugging so hard on the stem. That's YouTube. Anyhow, it's Thursday. How did it get that? Yesterday I thought it was Tuesday. So I almost totally lost my Wednesday. Less smooth. Does it smoke less smooth? You know, I think sometimes it depends on what I put in it. I don't know that they tend to ghost really, but it takes it a while. If I put something stronger in it, and I just don't like really strong tobacco anyhow too much. But if I put something stronger in it, it few uses to get back to that smooth, cool smoke. Probably because of the oils that get absorbed from that harsher tobacco. So it stays pretty much a good pipe it most of the time. So I've kind of learned not to put the stronger tobaccos in it. Although if that was your thing, you know, you might not notice it because you like that. So what am I shuffing? Does that say shuffing? Yusuf, are you speaking a foreign language again? What's shuffing? I'm always in a predicament. That's nothing new. I think I've been in two or three predicaments already this morning. Yesterday I got the garden all tilled back up, so it's ready for winter. I'm gonna get the chicken coop cleaned out, spread out there, and then it'll be time to change the little the tractor over to blades for snow, because I think we're only a couple of weeks away from snow. Although I won't need the tractor probably for the first couple, but we'll see. Never know. This is North Idaho, so you never know. But I can tell you what, this is the I brag on my rat trays all the time. They they're just downright. They smoke the same no matter what you put in them. They're good. But this one is fabulous for smoking right to the bottom of the bowl, and usually whatever I put in it seems like it's stays mild and it keeps its flavor. I guess I'll have to get some haunted bookshop out tomorrow. It is going to be Friday, right? Yeah. Tomorrow's going to be Friday. I'll have to get my Friday 7 Ellie out, and it's almost a Friday 7. My wife used to refer to this as the Friday 7 Ellie, just because the only one I had at the time. Even she had heard that phrase. That's all for that one, folks. You like my fancy tamper? Yep. That's from Aristocob. It used to say Aristocob on the side of it, but it's all wore off. He used to give one away with every cob you bought. He would give you a tamper for it. And I think one day I just bought a half a dozen of them just because they're handy. And if I lose it, if it falls out of my pocket, I don't feel so bad about it. So, and I am one to lose things out of my pocket. I don't usually set them down and lose them. Here's some. This is my mix. This is the RagamuffinPiper Porch Time. So that's what I'm going to put in it. How many bowls or how many pipes? I usually get 2 pipes out every day. But so I usually get 2 pipes out every day. Usually one that I especially on days I pull out a cob, I'll take out 2 different pipes. I'm trying not to drop it. I don't think I ever told the story about how I bought that tub of Carter Hall and I knocked it off I had just opened it and I knocked it off my desk in the shop and I dumped about a third of the bucket on the floor. Never seen a guy that you'd have thought I was picking up gold from a mining prospect. I was down there on the floor picking up, putting it back in there. Yeah, I have done that. I probably have 5 or 6 bowls a day. Some days less. Depends on if I'm traveling or if I'm going somewhere or we have company. And sometimes if I'm working out here cutting wood or something like that, and I don't always pack the bowl full. Sometimes if I'm in between working, taking a break, I only put a half a bowl in it, so I don't know how to count those per se. But oh, you remember. Drop the coffee cup or a pipe. That's a cardinal sin. Is that gold? Well, a little bit. Some of it is, yep. You guys probably don't notice it as much, but I have tremors, especially in my right hand. And so I tend to drop things a lot. That's why most of my coffee cups have the handle, because I can hang on to the handle better than I can grip. My grip just turns loose all by itself some days, so I have to concentrate on squeezing it when I'm drinking out of it. But when you're trying to hold something careful and dainty like this, I drop it all the time. Part of getting old, I guess. I used to have a old mentor of mine who used to say I was used too much when I was new. And that's how I got so worn out so fast. Oh, come on now. He's anti-filter. I can see it now. I have about a half a dozen estate pipes uh, that are non-filtered, and I can always tell when I'm smoking one of those. Uh, sometimes it's just fine. It just depends. I think I tend to work the pipe too hard. You know, I'm chooching on it a little bit too hard, as Northwest Piper used to say, and that's what. And aromatics tend to give you more of that tongue bite, anyhow. But yeah, that's just what it is. So your pipes are non-filtered, just like you, huh? Man, if I lived a day without a filter, I would be in so much trouble. My filter already gets broke about 30% of the time. I can imagine if it was broke the rest of the time. But anyhow, no pain, no gain. Well, that's just the way it is. Yusuf, you guys ought to be heading back to summertime here now, right? We're heading into winter, so you must be headed back into summer. I'm kind of hoping that's the last hurricane over here for this year, that's for sure. Uh, Darn shame we got to get them all in 1 week like that, though. My goodness. Summertime, it's hot, hot, hot. You know, yeah, I just went past my 1 year anniversary, and I'll give you guys a little preview. I'm going to do a giveaway here pretty soon. Sometimes I look at the statistics and I can't believe I have over 200 videos. In 1 year, I have more than 200 videos, over 50,000 views, and 450 some odd followers, subscribers, whatever you call them. It's just been a lot of fun, and I enjoy it. So I probably have I'd probably have 25,000 subscribers if my channel was called Bikini Piper or something like that. I'm not famous. Just imagine their disappointment if they came for that kind of a title to a channel and found me, though. I'd be banned so fast. Yeah, 1 year. I think 1 year was last month. I think I started in September or late August or September. And I've been wanting to do a little bit of a giveaway, but my goodness, there's been so many of them going on. You know, I hate to just inundate the community with that stuff, but I will shortly. Racist. Sadly, you'd probably get quite a few followers, Francisco. Well, I talked to Eddie about getting a pipe for the giveaway, so he's got some that I'm looking at. So as soon as I get that nailed down, we'll do it. Hey, I'm not made of money, you know. I'm just an old retired guy. Francisco, I'll look you up again after I get done here. I'm afraid to push the button right now, or I'll lose my place on my laptop. Think I will? I'll try it. It won't let me. Remind me later. I'll do it. Racist Piper. Now that's stuck in my head. Oh my gosh. I wonder if that would attract the YouTube Council of Censorship. In place of, I don't have any sticky notes handy, or I'd write it down on something. My phone's busy. My computer's busy. My brain is busy. Oh well. There goes another flyby. They know whenever I get my camera out. The trains and airplanes, they all know when I get my camera out. Hark, I see a lone cloud in the sky. Which years seem to do here lately. The months seem to go by pretty darn fast. Francisco, you always have to do a video that says why you enjoy smoking a pipe. Unless you don't want to make your channel about smoking pipes, then forget it. Depends on the title of your channel. Oh, I don't know. I've seen some awfully long names on YouTube presenters. Oh my gosh. They they don't seem to have a problem fitting in a whole lot of characters on the name list. Well, I don't know. Some people with controversy seem to have a lot of followers. Just don't do anything to get yourself banned before you get to half a dozen videos. No, I don't think that'll work. Depends on where you are, who the minority is. You can be in the minority. Is he? Yeah, yeah. Well, that isn't hard to do here these days. Sometimes you bring up the wrong thing, show the wrong person, type in the wrong word. You can have good intentions and still get it wrong. I'm thinking I'm gonna have to put the doors back on the Jeep here pretty soon, but not today. I got to run to town. So as soon as I get done here, I gotta get all gussied up, run to town for a few minutes, and then come back and get back to painting. You guys know how much I love to paint, right? I hate painting. I got my airless. Greg would have been proud of me. I had my airless out yesterday and did part of the porch. You know, he wouldn't have been proud. I didn't do very good. It's painted. That's it. That's all I can say. I'm not trying to win awards. I'm just trying to get the paint to stick, all right? At least most of it. Yeah. Oh, those videos about people arguing, they seem to get all kinds of views, you know? We call it YTPC Armageddon or something like that, or WWYTPC. Codger, there's enough real drama on the YTPC at times without faking it. There's no telling how many people you get actually mad at you for faking being mad at everybody. Oh, man. I'm glad that's been on the back burner for a while because that got ugly pretty fast. You always tell people who think history started with them. That's one that'll get me every time. They don't remember real history, they only remember the history that starts with their memory. All right, Francisco. I have 9mm filters on a auto buy. That way I don't have to remember to buy them. That's probably a strike number 2, isn't it? Yeah, tenuous at best. At best. I hate the prep for painting. I don't mind painting. I don't mind the painting as much as the prep. When I was a kid, a teen, I worked for a commercial painter for a summer or more. You know, they painted houses and buildings and everything, everything. And you know, when you're a teen working as a grunt for a painter, guess what you get to do? Well, my giveaway will probably be a 9mm pipe, so you'll have to get you one of them inserts for it, so you don't have to use a filter. I always figure you can modify it to not use a filter a lot easier than you can say, well, I wish it was filtered. So I don't care for the balsa wood ones, the balsa filters very much. I have used them. Codger, is that the insert that goes in there that takes the place of the filter? You wouldn't be the first one to report my channel, Francisco. Let me just say that. I've had a couple of those over the past year. You you put religious stuff on YouTube and religious stuff doesn't have any place on YouTube. I'm like, scroll on, buddy. Yeah, if I watch a channel I don't agree with, sometimes I still watch them because I like some of the content. I don't put thumbs down or or comment negative things. I mean, I got more to do with my life than be a troll. It's ridiculous. Exactly. Just unsubscribe. Greg, I didn't know you were still here. We're talking about painting in the presence of the painter. You'll recognize this part though, Greg. It took me longer to clean out the gun than to paint the section that I got painted. I'm sitting there thinking to myself again, I remember this. It took me 45 minutes to take the gun apart and clean it out. You should definitely plan to paint a lot if you're going to get the gun dirty and get paint in it. Make it worth your while. Sales tax. Oh well, it's going to be a pretty day. Next few days till it cools off and starts getting ready to rain next. I think next Tuesday. Supposed to come back and rain. It was supposed to rain last night. That's why I put my paint away early yesterday. I wanted to get done with what I was doing, let it have time to dry, and then it didn't do anything. So we're all good. I got a bunch of scraping to do, and it's the porch, so I got to go through and make sure all the nails and the screws are back down because we go through such wide weather patterns. Heat in the summer, freezing in the winter. That the boards swell up and contract, and it works the screws out because some knucklehead didn't put in screw nails or screws. Or I don't particularly like screws in a deck because they're too hard to get out later. But at least I put in a screw nail so it doesn't come out. I'll be crawling around on my hands and knees trying to drive the nails back in here all afternoon. That gets old, but it gets even older when you're trying to shovel a little bit of snow off and you go boom and you hit a nail. That's even older yet. So when we had our business, we had a trucking business years and years ago, and we operated in a couple different states now and then. And I had to figure out fuel tax when you're out of state. Okay, so how much fuel did you burn in the other state? You don't you don't have any idea how much fuel you burn in that state because I was going back and forth from state to state in some jobs, delivering in one, picking up in the other, and I was in construction, so I might make 6, 7, 8 trips a day hauling asphalt. It was a total guess every time I reported it. And I'm not sure why I had to report it anyhow because, if I bought fuel in your state, I paid your taxes. If I bought fuel in my state, I paid my taxes. So it's like I paid fuel tax when I bought the fuel, did I not? But oh no, you gotta pay extra fuel tax. My gosh. They get you in every direction. And then they give that tax money away to somebody else. Oh well. And I've got wood to cut and stack in the next 2 weeks as well. So I'm going to be having lots of fun. Lots of fun. But here pretty soon is going to be limited on what we can get outside and do. So I'm going to get her done. I'm still trying to come up in my brain what kind of a request I'm going to make for entry into the giveaway. I know VRs are fun. I like seeing the stories from them, so I'm going to try to think of something that has people tell the story I want to hear. I might even repeat something that we've already done, but you know, I'm sure everybody's got more than one story to tell. So, but we'll get there. Keep your eye out because it's coming in the next week or so. Maybe I'll get me a couple of Cobbets to give away. I don't have one of those, so I'll have to buy one for me. I want a I want a Greg Tunnel pipe. I want a Greg Tunnel pipe. Oh, Codger, you have many stories to tell. Many, many stories. Do it in cartoon form. That'd be great. You know, I didn't say it had to be live. My dog, she's now laying right here. Usually, that doesn't bother the dogs at all. They're used to it. Especially if I come outside to sit down and have a pipe, they love it because they want to be right there, close enough to pet. So the white dog, she's laying somewhere in the sun because she's a cold one. She's little, so she likes to lay in the sun year round. This black one that you see roaming around back here, that black dog loves the snow. First snow that flies, she'll be out wallowing around in it. You can bet on that. Yeah, I have thought about modifying one of mine, Greg. I Man, I I just don't spend as much time looking at the extra pieces anymore. Guess I could. It's in my pocket. Usually, I have gotten I have gotten mixed up and tried to drink out of my pipe. That's happened. Or dump the ashes out of my coffee. So you want a choice? Is that what you're saying, Yusuf? Give you two subjects and you can take your choice. I can do that. Dave jumped on right here close to the end. Hello, Dave. How long have we known each other, Dave? 40 years? No, longer than that. Close to 50 years. Close to 50 years. I was thinking about the other day. Next year's big birthday for me, so I don't know how I'm going to feel next March. So, yep, 50 years. Yeah, we didn't go to band camp together, but we went to church camp together. That's almost as bad. Or good. It was good. Yes, it was very good. I think half of the guys that go to senior high camp go there to pick up girls. That's how you get them to go. And then once you get them there, sad but true. Truer words were, however we can get them there. That name is very familiar. It's been a while, but yeah, the name West TJ, that TJ, yeah, that's been years and years and years. I still have some of those pictures. We used to take the group picture. I still have some of those somewhere. So now she's gonna sun. Wherever that dog is, you can see her back there. I can't point to the right. All right, Codger. See you later. Thanks for joining us. Oh, I think my pipe's about gone, so that's my cue too to get going here pretty soon. When the second pipe runs out, that's my cue. One day when we were doing that live event, Dave, we had the pipe live event online. I forget how many pipes I went through because it was an hour and a half. I told myself I didn't need any more 4 pipe lives. Yep. Yeah, it's almost lunchtime, so I'll let you guys get going, and I got more errands to run today, so Yusuf, get ready for the nighttime and get some winky sleepy time in. Yeah. All right. Blessings to you, brothers. We'll see you soon out there. Glad you guys could all drop in and we could have some fun together. So we'll do this again soon. We'll catch up with you again. So long to you too, Nathan. Goodbye, all.